Hey, welcome. I'm going to do just a real brief recording that is going to walk you through Blackboard, or at least the way I use Blackboard, for those of you that have not taken a class from me previously. Initially, what you're going to see is an interface or a desktop that looks probably different from yours if you're working on a PC. If you're working on a Mac, it's going to look very similar because that's what this is it's a Mac laptop. So if you look at this, you're going to see that I'm running the operating system Yosemite. That's a MacBook Pro and other stuff that you probably don't need to be concerned with, but it may cause it to look a little bit differently in terms of again, how we move around it than yours. So for example, all of my sidebar information, you probably don't have that. If you're on a MacBook or a Mac, you may see it across the bottom. If you're on a PC, you'll see the little Microsoft window icon down at the bottom, and that's where you're going to access your software. But to begin with, let's start with a browser. Excuse me, I guess I haven't talked enough this morning, or already this afternoon. The browsers that I typically use are either Firefox, either Chrome, or Safari. Now for Blackboard, Google Chrome is not really a good web browser to use according to the Blackboard coordinators. So as a result, I'm going to have you use either Firefox or Safari, and you can download both of those from the internet for free if you don't already have them on your desktop or on your laptop. But I'm going to click on Firefox, and that's going to bring up a blank page. And first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go into Muskegon Community College's website. And there you'll see it's Muskegon Community College, Start, Stay, and Succeed. It's www.muskegoncc.edu. I'm going to click on that, and that brings me to the main page of our Muskegon Community College's website. You'll see that the campus is closed today, or this afternoon, which is the reason why I wasn't able to meet with many of you this afternoon, and why we're holding that 1 o'clock online meeting. So from there, you're going to go to My MCC. And typically you would have to put in your email, whatever you set up as your username and your password to get into this, but because I've already been in today, it's going to allow me just to zip right in. And then you're going to see here a list of what your Blackboard courses are. For me, these 4 are the ones that are active this semester, and I'm just going to take you into Illustrator, for example, although this would apply to any of you, and whether you're in InDesign, Photoshop, or GRD 120 class. But we're going to go into the Illustrator Blackboard shell. And the way that I set it up is, well, in fact, this is a default. The announcements page always comes up first. And you can see here that just this morning I posted plans for this meeting that we're going to start at 1 o'clock this afternoon. And typically every other day or so I would put something up on the announcement page that would be relative to that class that particular week. So the important part of the class is over here on the left-hand side. You'll see, first of all, announcements, that's where we are, then course information. And if you click on this link, this is going to bring you into a series of other links that's going to tell you about the class. This is the syllabus, for example, so you should all download and read your syllabus. For Illustrator, we have a due dates sheet. We have that for Illustrator and Photoshop, not for InDesign and GRD 120. But if you're in Illustrator, you can download that. The first due date that we had originally set was this coming Sunday at midnight. But again, because this class didn't start until Thursday, you can totally ignore that due date, and I've sent you a new one. But anyway, under course information, there will be information that you need to know just about the course in general, the syllabus, and anything else that I feel that might be important for you to know as you cover that class. So that's under course information. Under weekly content, if you click on that link, you'll see that in Illustrator, I have all of the weeks loaded already, but for many of your classes, I'll just have week 1, and I'll have a little synopsis here of what's due on week 1. So we'll look at week 1. I want you to read chapter 1, and actually I also want you to read the timeline and chapter 1. And so am I in the right class here? Fall 50. Yep. Okay. All right. So let's go in here. I'm going to edit this. I thought I already did this morning, but you want to read the timeline and chapter 1. You're going to review the PowerPoints, and you're going to complete the assignments. So in order to get to the remainder of this information, we're going to click on this folder link, week 1. And then in here, you're going to see all of the information that relates to week 1 assignment. These are all demos that I've done. Now, one of the students already notified me this morning that this link is broken, so I have to redo this demo, but the rest of these work and you can review them. You'll see that there's an assignment, review questions and exercises for chapter 1. If you want to, again, see what chapter 1 requirements are, you go back here under course information. You go down here to due dates. I'm going to open this up. And you'll see that under chapter 1, chapter 1L1 and the in-review questions are due. And again, not the end of the week, Sunday night at midnight, but next week. And if you click on this assignment, back to weekly content, click on week 1. And if you click on the assignment, you'll see that the due date is Wednesday, October 7th. All right. So let's go again back to weekly content. I just want to give you an overview of this, of these little icons if you've not taken a class before with me. This just indicates that there's a document attached. It's actually a PowerPoint document that you should review along with reading the chapter. These are the demos that are required watching, and will help you run through the exercise in chapter 1. This is the assignment tab, and you'll see that by the little ruler and pencil. Anytime you see that, that's an assignment. And in order to upload the assignment after you've completed it, you click on this and you come down here to browse your computer to save and upload the file that you have completed for the assignment. And then in this chapter there was a corrected file, but I did also download the lesson files for you. And then based on some feedback last semester, there was some change that was needed on this chapter 1L1. So this is a new document, but again, a new Illustrator document that you'll work with on your assignment. All right, and I will again upload that later, probably after the meeting this afternoon now, because it's getting a little bit closer to the meeting. And I want to go back here to weekly content, week 1. I'm going to edit this again. And the timeline reading is actually in another class. That's in GRD 120. It's not one Illustrator. It's not in Illustrator, so that's why you weren't seeing it there. All right, so again, that's how you've accessed the weekly content and what you need to do that week. And you'll see that for Illustrator, I have it uploaded for every week thus far. I wouldn't work too far ahead. Occasionally, I'll change it, not intentionally, but if there is a question or a student, an issue with a textbook, or a student has a question, I may come in and change the assignment a little bit. So be aware, if you do work ahead, chances are that you might have to do something more as a result of a change. I don't do that often, but it does happen occasionally, so I just want to forewarn you. Then the rest of these, your grades as I grade the assignment. If you click, it's not going to show me that, but I'll show you what I see when I click on grades. Yeah, I promise you I will in just a minute. Under Grade Center. When you upload something, I have it will upload it here. And actually, a student has done that so far. You'll see that Caitlin has already uploaded the assignment, so that shows me that I have one to grade. All right, so that's primarily what I wanted to cover with you about Blackboard. Of course, if you have any questions at all, or if you need any assistance in going through it, let me know. The one thing that's really good for you to do is to go under Tools. And under Tools, you'll see this Blackboard IM. That gives you the ability to instantly connect with me and with other classmates if you have questions. You'll see that over here on my sideline, I already have that downloaded. And so if you click on this link, it will pop up a Blackboard IM, and it will show you all of the classes that you're taking, and specifically this one, and it will also show you whether or not I'm available. If the green light is on, I'm available, and send me a question. If I don't answer right away, quite often that little window will get hid under other windows that I have open. So just keep beeping me, and hopefully I will hear it within a relatively short period of time. Okay, that's Blackboard for you guys. If you have any questions, make sure you email or text me. Be happy to help you out with this. Thanks, and we will see you in a few minutes in our 1 o'clock meeting. And again, that was not mandatory, just intended to help you if you have questions as you're starting out. And everybody has questions. It's just a matter of whether or not you can attend the meeting. So again, either the meeting, instant message, text, or email me. And I will be happy to answer any questions you might have. And I look forward to working with you this semester. Thanks.